No, that's the writing one. All right. Hi. Here is your HMH lesson 6.7. We are focusing on making connections. Today we're going to read the story Cloudette. It's in your HMH book, page 130. So if you want to open your HMH book, get it open to page 130. Take out your Reading Graphic Organizer 8. It's located in your HMH reading packet. And then you can pause the video to get all that stuff together. Pause the video now. Okay, now that you have all your things together, let's talk about the story. Fantasies are stories with made-up events that could not really happen. As you read Cloudette, look for characters that are not found in real life. A lesson the main character learns in problems and solutions. As you read, make connections by finding ways that this text is like things in your life and other texts that you have read. This will help you understand and remember the text. Remember, we went over this in the beginning of the year. Text to self, text to text, and text to world. Text to self means the story reminds you that something that happened to yourself. Text to text is when the story reminds you of another story. And text to world is when the story reminds you of something you read in a magazine or saw on TV, right? On the news. All right, so again, connections, text to text, text to self, text to text, and text to world. When you read, find ways that the text is like things that you have, that you're in your own life or things that you have read. So we're mainly focusing on text to self and text to text. All right, power words. We have the word average. If we look at this picture, there are 3 apples. There's a small, average, and large. Average is something that is normal or usual. The middle apple is an average size, right? The normal size. So average is something that is normal or usual. We have advantages. The giraffe has advantages of the advantages of a giraffe having a long neck is that they can reach the green leaves, right at the top. Advantages are things that help you, that put you ahead, that they help you. So being tall has its advantages for a giraffe. Advantages. Front. If we look at this picture, there is a front in this diagram. A front is where cold air meets warm air. So the cold front made the weather quite pleasant. When cold air meets warm air, it's called a front. All right, here, impressed. Looks like the crowd is impressed with her musical show. So if you are impressed, you like something a lot. And it looks like they liked it a lot because they are clapping. They're impressed. The next one is gusts. Gusts. The gusts of the wind keep blowing my umbrella. Gusts are short, strong rushes of wind. So short, strong rushes of wind. Flash. This is a pretty picture. In this picture, the lightning flashes in the sky. Flash of lightning lit up the sky. A flash is a sudden burst of light. So if you say, oh, turn on the flash on your camera, that's the sudden burst of light. It turns on and off real fast. The flash of lightning, the light goes on and off real fast. Okay, flash. Supplies. It looks like they have supplies to go on a trip or to do an experiment or something. I don't know what they're doing. But supplies are things that people need to be ready for something. We had large supplies of candles, flashlights, and water in case the electricity went out. So supplies are things you need to be ready. And then the last one is layer. Layer. This woman looks like she's layering up for the cold maybe, right? Because you wear that kind of clothing in the cold, in the winter. So I wore more than one layer of clothing to keep warm. If you have on more than one layer of clothing, you are wearing several things on top of each other to keep warm. So sometimes when you wear a long sleeve shirt under the short sleeve shirt, you're wearing another layer, right? Layer. All right, so let's keep going with our story. Meet Tom Lichtenheld.
Tom Lichtenheld loves to make kids laugh. He has always liked to write and draw. Some of his first memories are of drawing ships and trains on a chalkboard. His nephew once asked him to draw a pirate. Mr. Lichtenheld drew 20 pictures of silly pirates and wrote stories to go with them too. Those became his very first book. When he doesn't know what to write about, he thinks of kids he knows. He asks himself what might make them laugh, and then writes and draws about it. Claudette by Tom Lichtenheld.
Okay, have your books open.
Claudette was a cloud, a very small cloud. Usually, Claudette didn't mind being smaller than the average cloud. Claudette, average cloud. In fact, being small had lots of advantages. Everyone called her cute little names. Hi, Pipsqueak. Hey, Shortcake. Morning, Small Fry. She had lots of little friends. Hey, guys, what's up? Us? That's Nutty. No matter how crowded it was, she could always find a good spot to watch fireworks.
Whose point of view are they talking through? Who says that it's not so bad being small? Whose point of view? No, who's talking? What's her name? Claudette. Please raise your hand next time. Rena? Claudette. Very good. Claudette. It's the point of view. Claudette's point of view. She's the main character. She's a tiny cloud that usually doesn't mind being small. So, is this story written in first person or third person? No, it's in third person because I know because of the clue word she and her. Why does Claudette have lots of little friends? Why do you think, Leah? Because she is very small too. Very good. Who are Claudette's friends? Who are their? Look at the page. Who are her friends? The kite. Everyone. Who? The squirrel and the bird. Very good. How does the author show who is speaking? Look at the line. They show a line from the words to the object, right? And it says that the kite is saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" What's a kite? Right? And the bird is saying, "Us." And the cloud is laughing, "Tee hee." And the squirrel is saying, "That's nutty." Right? Why are the words why are the words that they're saying in different font? You notice how this font is different than this? The writing looks different? Yeah. The writing looks different because this is what they're saying. And this is part of the story what the narrator is reading. And this is what they're saying. That's why it's a different font. All right, let's keep going.
She could sneak through tight spaces. Excuse me. Hide in small places. I can't find her anywhere. Me either.
Who can make a connection to that? Who can also hide in small places and squeeze through small spaces? Very good. You just made a text to self. Text to self. So on your reading graphic organizer right now, you're going to write that connection. In the story, so in the text, what happens? Claudette can hide in small places. Or Claudette can squeeze through small places. You're going to write that in your own words. Don't worry about what it reminds you of. You're going to go back and do this part later. But right now, where it says in the text, you're going to write either Claudette hides in small places, or Claudette can sneak through tight spaces. Either one, whatever one that you can relate to. So I'll give you a minute to write that down. You can pause the video now. We're on this page, but once in a while.
And she even had a special little space that always made her feel cozy at night. But once in a while, all the other clouds would run off to do something big and important. Come on, Cloudette. Join our cold front. We're gonna make a huge storm. Yeah, we're gonna water some crops and make some mighty rivers flow. No thanks. I'll just watch from here.
What important things do the other clouds do? Yes. They make huge storms. They water crops. They make large rivers flow, right? Why doesn't Cloudette join the other clouds? Leia? Because she's little. She doesn't think she can do all those important things. She's too small. How do you guys think or feel that? How does she feel? How do you guys think she feels about that? Sad. Very good. Let's keep going.
Claudette could see them in the distance, doing all sorts of important cloud things. This made her want to do big and important things too.
What are the big and important things the other clouds are doing? They're making rainbows. They're raining. They're watering crops, right? Why does Claudette want to do these things too? Why does she want to do these things too? Rena? Very good, because she's a cloud too, and she wants to do the job that clouds do. She wants to be like all the other clouds, right? All right, let's keep going.
She wanted to make a garden grow. She wanted to make a brook babble. She wanted to make a waterfall fall. And she thought nothing would be more fun than giving some kids a day off from school.
Reading that Claudette wants to do big and important things makes me think of Freddie the Frogcaster, right? Freddie was also little. He wanted to help the town by creating an accurate weather forecast, which was a big job. He got a chance to prove his skills during the picnic. I wonder if Claudette will get her chance. I'll keep reading to find out.
One night, Claudette lay awake wondering what she could do that was big and important. She thought maybe she could work for the fire department. Sorry, we just got a brand new pumper truck. Or maybe they needed some help down at the garden center. Sorry, these plants take tons of water.
How do the pictures help us understand what is happening on this page? What is it Claudette doing? She's sitting on the moon, and she's thinking when the moon is out during the nighttime, what are people or things normally doing? They're sleeping, but can she sleep? No, look at her face. Does she look happy or worried? Worried. She thought she could work for the fire department. What do you think she was going to do for the fire department? Help give him more water to put out the fire. Now, why does he not need her? Because he just got a new fire pumper truck that pumps a lot of water. Okay. Why can't she help at the garden center? Because the plants need a lot more water than she can make. It needs tons of water. She can't make enough water for those plants.
But nobody seemed to need her. Sorry, it's all done by machines.
She went to the car wash. The car wash was like, hey, this is done by machines. We don't need you. Think of a time when someone thought you were too young or too small to help out. How many of you guys can relate to something like that? When somebody thought you were too small or too young to help? Raise your hand. If you felt that way, raise your hand. Okay. How does that help you understand how Claudette feels? Sad. How did you feel? Sad. Okay, good. So in I'm sorry, it's not good that you felt sad, but it's good that you can make a connection. So here where it says in the text, I want you guys to write, Claudette is too small to help. It says in the text, you're going to write Claudette is too small to help. You can go ahead and pause the video now.
Claudette was feeling blue. The next day, there was a big storm in Claudette's neighborhood. The sky got dark. The rain came down like cats and dogs, and the wind blew harder than she'd ever seen wind blow before.
Let's back up a little bit. Claudette was feeling blue. How does the picture help us understand what it means to feel blue? What does it mean to feel blue, Christian? If you say, I feel blue, what does that mean? Michael, what does it mean to say I feel blue? Sad. Good job. And in the picture, is it a smiley face or a happy face? It's a sad face. It's not a happy or a smiley. It's a sad face. So the illustration or the picture helps us understand that she is very sad. When things or people are very sad, very, very sad, what might they do? Who can raise their hand and tell me, when you are very, very, very sad, what's something you might do? Amaria, what's something you might do if you're very, 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 very sad? Dustin? Guys, it's not a hard question. Cry! Thank you. What do you do when you're very, very sad? Cry. You cry. It's natural for a person to cry when they're very, very sad, right? Okay. Who in our school community helps children when they are feeling blue? Very good. Your teachers, a friend, the principal. When you're at school and you feel blue, I am here to help you. Your friends are here to help you. Your principals are here to help you, right? Do you think someone will help Claudette feel better? Yeah. All right, let's see. She's so small, I think a larger friend will show her how to do something important. But let's see. Who knows? All right, let's look at this other page. We're going to reread it together. Let's read it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. The next day, there was a big storm in Claudette's neighborhood. The sky got dark, the rain came down like cats and dogs, and the wind blew harder than she'd ever seen wind blow before. How does the big storm in Claudette's neighborhood remind you of a real storm? Rena? What happens during a real storm? Good. The sky gets dark, the wind blows hard, there's a lot of rain, lightning, and thunder crash down. Very good. And that's kind of how it is here too, right? That's a good connection, text to self. Think about how you might feel during a real storm. Do you think Claudette feels the same? How do you feel during a real storm, JC? Christian, how do you feel during a real storm? Scared. How do you think Claudette feels? Scared. Scared. Let's see. Let's keep going. Thank you. Good job.
When the storm finally stopped, Claudette realized she had been blown far from her neighborhood. She didn't know anyone here. Hello. Hi. Howdy. How you doing?
What does it feel like to go to a new place where you don't know anyone? How do you feel sometimes when you're in a new place you don't know anyone? Amaria? Sad. What's another one? Lost. Yes. Confused. Scared. Nervous. Worried. Leah? Sad. Good. We already said that. Good. How does that help you understand how Claudette feels? How do you guys think Claudette feels? Not happy, maybe scared. She misses her old neighborhood. She had a lot of friends there, but she's probably feeling lonely now. How does the illustration help you understand why Claudette thinks no one is eager to get to know her? Why does she think no one's eager to get to know her? What does she say right here? She says, hello, hi, howdy, how you doing? Are the other clouds responding back? No. She thinks she's talking to other little clouds, but they are really, what is it really? Are these really little clouds? No, they're puffs of smoke coming from the chimney. They don't say hello back to her. So she thinks they don't want to be her friends. But is that really the truth? No.
And they didn't seem eager to get to know her. But pretty soon she was making new friends and seeing things she'd never seen before. Welcome to our neck of the woods, Small Fry. What a cute little cumulus. Have you seen our new pal? Barely. Then she heard something she'd never heard before. Ribbit.
What changes for Claudette? What happens now? Yes? She's happy. She makes new friends. Very good. What makes the ribbit sound? What do you guys think? A frog. What do you think Claudette will do next? Make friends with the frog or help the frog, right? Let's see.
She looked down at what was supposed to be a pond, but was really just a puddle of mud. What happened to your pond, Froggy? It dried up, and now it's more like a puddle than a pond. This gave Claudette an idea. More like a brainstorm, actually.
Get it? More like a brainstorm, actually. All right. Very good. You got it. More like a brainstorm, actually. Why like a brainstorm? What is she going to do to help the frog? She's going to make a storm or rain. Why does the frog need the rain?
Because the pond is not made out of water.
Very good. The pond is dry, and a pond normally is a small area of water. So let's see what she's going to do.
She held her breath until she started to puff up all over. Then she turned a nice blue-gray color. She kept growing until it looked like she was ready to burst. She shook her behind until it made a little rumbling sound. Not quite what you'd call thunder, but enough to let people know they might want to grab an umbrella. Then she did what she wanted to do for ages.
What do you think she did?
Water.
She rained, right? What details help you know that Claudette is trying very hard to do something? What does she do? Leia? She holds her breath and puffs all over. How many of you guys tried holding your breath once when you tried doing something that somebody said you couldn't? Good. Very good. That's a good connection. You just made a text-to-self connection. All right, let's keep going.
She let it pour. Claudette rained on that little puddle until it grew into a big puddle. And she kept on raining until that big puddle grew into a perfect pond. As soon as she stopped, frogs of every stripe and spot came jumping into the pond.
What do you notice about the words on this page? Look here. How are the words on this page? Justin? They're spaced out. They're right underneath each other rather than side to side. They do not go from left to right. They're up and down from each other. Why do you think the words look like this? Because Claudette is what? Rena? She's raining, and the words look like they are raining. Look at her face. Does she look happy or sad? Why do you think she's finally happy, Haney? Because she's finally done something she's wanted to do for a while. She's finally raining. Why do you think Claudette is able to fill the pond? Look at the pond. Is it huge? Is it huge? Not really. It's maybe the size of Claudette, right? So the pond is not very big. It didn't need so much water to turn it into a pond. So she's able to do the job. Even though she is small, so is the pond. Very good. Let's keep going.
They all let out a big thank you in unison. Ribbit! Claudette was exhausted, but happy.
What does it mean? What does unison mean? They all said, ribbit. So unison must mean to all say something at the same time. So, class,
Yes.
you just said yes, yes in unison. You all said it at the same time. Here, they all said ribbit at the same time. Very good. Let's make a text-to-text connection. How does Claudette's accomplishment remind you of Freddie and Freddie the Frogcaster?
Oh, Freddy the Frog.
Okay. They were both able to save something by working hard and really trying, right? The Frogcaster frog was able to save the picnic by becoming a really good forecaster, right? And in this case, Claudette was able to give the frogs a pond. Okay, let's keep going.
Thank you. And Frog, nice work, Cloudy. Yeah, way to water. Prodigious precipitation, Pipsqueak. That was some righteous rain. We knew you had it in you. Even the higher-ups were impressed, which got her thinking.
Who are the higher-ups that Claudette impressed? The clouds, very good. The other bigger clouds. Why does the author use that word? The higher-ups. Why does he use the higher-ups and not just say those clouds? Because they're what?
Higher.
Because they're higher. Very good. And they are bigger. And they probably do more important things or more important jobs. Very good. How do you think Claudette feels now that she has impressed the higher-ups? How does she feel, everybody?
Very
Happy, good, proud, right? All right, let's keep going. Almost done.
I'll bet there are other big and important things a little cloud can do. And off she went.
What does Claudette figure out at the end of the story? Even though she is small, she can still do things. She can still do things because even though she's small. What theme or big idea does this help you figure out? Everybody has special talents that can help make the world a better place. Everybody, regardless of your size, regardless of your shape, regardless of how you look. Everybody has special talents, right? All right. So what we're going to do, I want you to think about a time when you were not big enough to do something you really wanted to do. How does that help you understand Claudette's feelings? Oh, we already talked about that. Let's see. I think that's it. How many connections did we write? We only wrote 2, right? What's another connection we can write here? How about when she tried to do something here?
Oh.
Maybe holding her breath. Or what's another one, Dustin?
She was holding her breath to make it rain.
Okay. How many of you guys have held your breath when you tried something new? Okay. Maybe you can write that here. Maybe here you can say Claudette held her breath when she tried to rain. And then talk about a time when you held your breath when you tried something new. Maybe another idea could be here. How Claudette is talking to little puffs in the sky thinking that they're clouds too, but she feels like they're ignoring her. So maybe here Claudette thinks she's being ignored and write about a time you thought you were being ignored. That's something you can also write about too. Okay, all I want is at least 3 connections. All right? When you are done with that, you're going to write on the other column what it reminds you of. When you're done with that, you're going to go on and you're going to complete page 162. You are talking about the prefix dis. So I think I have it open here. It's page 162. Let's go there together real fast and see if we can do some of these together. All right, prefix dis. A prefix is a syllable or word part added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. The prefix dis adds the meaning not, or the opposite. The word dislike means not to like. It has the prefix dis, right? The word displease is to not please. The word disgust is, the word disable is to not make able. All right, so let's see here. Distrust. Miss Sandra trusts the old horse with kids. She trusts the young wild horse, or she distrusts? Distrusts. So you're just going to add dis to trusts and write it here. So distrusts. You're going to add dis, D-I-S, and then you're going to write the word trusts, because she distrusts. She distrusts the young wild horses. All right. A good rest can put your body at ease. If you have a blank, you are sick. Disease. Very good. Disease. Dis-ease. Ben had something lodged in his throat. Dad gave him a pat on the back and dislodged it. All right. The girls and boys band together. The girls and boys band together to play a game. They will disband when the game is over. Mom is pleased when we pick up our things. She is displeased when we make a mess. I close up the gift for Graham in a box. I will not disclose what I got her. Basically, you're adding dis on the bold word and you're writing it on the line. Pretty easy, schmeezy, lemon squeezy. And as I said before, you're going to go back and do that reading graphic organizer when you're done. All right. Have fun learning, and I will see you later. Bye.